Good afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it is when you see this, folks. Mechanic Dave here. I'm working on my 2014 328D 2-liter diesel BMW. The transfer case was acting like it was going out, and I ordered one in. I got one from Mr. R's Auto Salvage out of Buffalo, Wyoming for about $13.50. Paid for a 3-year warranty included in that price. And the other one came in today. I got this one removed that was originally in it. And upon inspection, I just was curious. I was moving things around and I could hear a humming, and it was coming from this end where that spline is. And so I thought, well, what the hell's going on here? And it would just spin. Well, if you look here, the splines are just kind of ground down. So from what I was reading, these are a high fail item because they're only held in by a cotter pin. Well, let's see, they got like this washer that goes here, and they're held in by a cotter pin right here. So from what I was reading is you want to use like a good Loctite. And the reason I'm going to go ahead and put this one back in is I know that the case is in good shape. I'm going to go ahead and drain the oil and put some good gear oil in it while I got it here on the ground to make it easier. And it's got a computer on it, little computer. I don't know if it needs to be reprogrammed or whatever. I just figured it's the original one for the vehicle. It's got about 93,000 miles on it. I'm going to put it in and send it. And then I'm going to shelve the other one since I can't return it. It's got a 3-year warranty on it, so yeah. And I got 2 of these bad boys, 2 cars, so at least I'll have a backup of that. So what I did is on the inside, I brake cleaned the shaft and I brake cleaned the inside here, not on this one of course, but I brake cleaned it all the way around, air dried it, and then I just coated the living hell out of it with Loctite. I used a red Loctite, which here's that transfer case there. This is one that I ordered. And I'll just get another end for it and keep it on the shelf. The Loctite, this is the one I got. I heard you're gonna want to use like the highest one you can get. And what that'll do is it'll bond the 2 items together and it'll prevent shifting within itself. So obviously you got the transmission on the other end that's gonna have more torque than this guy here. So if you got this guy over here intermittently shifting, then it's gonna strip out like it did over a course of time. And it just so happened that about a week prior to, I kept hearing a clunk when I would go in reverse. And I thought it was a U-joint. I actually thought it was one of these dampeners here. I thought it was, the rubber here was kind of giving or whatever, but BMW replaced these about 1.5 years ago during a recall. So they're the updated ones, I believe. And other than that, that's what I recommend doing. I just thought I would point this out to you. I'm going to put it back in and hopefully I'm good to go. And I'm still transferring things over to the new engine. Unfortunately, I didn't have the cherry picker on there. I just had it on this wooden pallet deal, and it fell over and broke venture or something. I forgot the proper name for this 90-degree elbow that goes here, connects the EGR to it. One of my friends on the BMW forum actually removed one of his from one of his 4 vehicles and is sending that to me in the mail. And then also I was removing the coolant sensor and the body stayed down in there. So I got one of those coming as well off of eBay, and my little idler pulley got jacked up. So I said, screw it, I'm gonna stick a whole new tensioner on there while I'm waiting. So hopefully I'll have that one good to go like within 2 weeks time. And hopefully I'll have this one good to go by, I don't know, hour and some change from now. If you ever need to pull these out, they're not so bad. Well, as long as you got a lift. Sport the transmission so it doesn't go down too far. Unbolt or unhinge the exhaust from so many locations. The real pain in the A is just removing all the various heat shields and the 1,000 bolts required to remove them. At which point the transfer case is held in with some inverted bolts, inverted stars. Those two are on the passenger side. These are at the very top, and these are on the driver's side. And they are a E14. So yeah. At which point there is a bracket with 5 bolts, 2 over here and 3 here. And those are all 14 millimeter if I remember right. 18 mil for this bolt that goes through the side of the transfer case over here. And then like I said, I unbolted all the bolts there. It hangs on the shaft, output shaft of the transfer case or transmission. And this thing is so light, you could just pick it up and lift it off. At which point, if you do buy a used one like I did, because there's no way I'm gonna spend $4,000 plus for a new one, just make sure you put some good fluid in it. The book actually says, let me cover this really quick, just so we can figure this out. Let's go home, search. Okay, fluid capacities. Automatic, let's see. Well, differential gear oil, front axle. Well, unfortunately, my book does not say. But under I would imagine it's just like all the other ones. The hypoid axle oil, G3. Oh, that's only for rear differential, not for hang-on clutch, HOC. So this is going to be something that we're definitely going to have to find out. I'm sorry that I can't give you some solid advice about the fluid that goes in there. But if you consult the manual or the manufacturer, they'll give you a better idea. I'm going to actually call them and find out. But other than that, I just wanted to point out that the Loctite was an idea that I read about applying to the adapter that goes on the splines only after you clean them with brake clean and have an oil-free surface. And then at which point it should stop shifting and internal stripping of the splines. Again, thank you guys for visiting my channel, and hopefully this helps you guys out. Have a good day.